Hello friends, now I am going to start the topic of Russian Revolution. See, it is also called as Bolshevik Revolution. I repeat the word, it is also called a Bolshevik Revolution, and we always understand the Russian Revolution as either a Russian Revolution or Bolshevik Revolution. If I want to start the topic, I want to explain some additional study to this. We have already understood earlier about the First World War. It was started in 1914 and ended in 1919. So, in the world of 1900 to 1925 was extremely different. On one side, democratic country like America was there. On other side, England, France, and Germany like monarchy-based countries. And now, Russia, after the Russian Revolution, became country with labor and farmers government, means a socialist system of administration was going to start in Russia. So in that way, the Russian Revolution is considered as important event of the world history, because before that there was no existence of the ideology of farmers and laborers government, but it started to develop in this Russian Revolution. So it is considered as important event of the world. The Russia was under control of the Tsar. Spelling of the Tsar is written in two ways: CZAR or TZAR. Tsar means the king, king of the Russia. Here, Russian Tsar was in power hereditary, means by generations. In 1915, 16, 17 years, 17th king from the Tsars was in power. So these all Tsars were considered to be king, but their behavior was as like the dictator and enjoying uncontrolled rule over the people. So they were not popular by heart in people. People had no rights even to ask for the food, means they were completely suppressed and controlled. The Tsars were cruel and merciless, so they were suppressing people when they were asking for any kind of the rights. In the world, never there is end of fight for the rights. So Tsar was using his power to torture the people, suppress the people, and punish the people. The reason was very clear: not to allow the people come out to asking for rights. This was the main reason. When any kind of opposition voice start to rise, he suppressed them, tortured them, and sent them to suffer the punishment in dead cold Siberia, one of the coldest desert on earth. In Siberia, there is a place Verkhoyansk. It has always coldest temperature in the world. I use the word always, so you understand how much it is cold. And in that area, no sufficient man, no green vegetation, nothing else. And in that area, Tsar was sending his enemies, rivals, political rivals, when they are raising their voice. So you can understand the Tsar control was extreme. Actually, I could say the Tsar was uncontrolled. And in that situation, the people were living with grief, poverty, and suffering with lots of the problems. So you can understand the situation of the people in Russia in the Tsardom was very poor, merciful, pity. So people were thinking any day, any time, the change will come in their life. This was the expectation by people. In that situation, people were working even with this PT condition very hard, very laboriously they were working. Whatever they were earning, it was already used to pay the taxes. So in that way, they had not enough money to feed the family's stomach. So it was very poor condition, I could say. And in that situation, in 1905, one incident occurred. It is considered as Bloody Sunday in the history. In 1905, 22nd January, it was a Sunday, under the leadership of one Christian father, priest, Father Gapon. Father Gapon. A large rally was taken out towards the Tsar's residence. See, he was living in the different season-based palace. So this was the season of spring and nearby the summer. So he was in the winter palace, not the summer has come. And here people were coming in the winter palace, towards the winter palace. They were completely unarmed. Remember, people were unarmed. No arm was there in their hands. Second, they had in their hands picture of Tsar, and the slogan or the caption was written as "Long live the little white Lord of Russia." Long live the little white Lord of Russia. This was slogan was written on the cards, and with this caption the picture was in hands of the people. They were marching towards Winter Palace. At that time, Tsar was in palace and he got informed that the people's march is coming towards palace. He has not taken time to check the reality. I earlier used the exact word people were unarmed, and what the slogan is written on the with the picture is very clear. Blazing single word. The words of the blazings were written. But here, army of the Tsar had opened fire on unarmed people. So you understand that people were innocent, unarmed, poor, and they lost their lives. Thousands of people died. Remember one line. If the fire of the hunger in stomach of the poor start to ignite more, neither any rich person's palace could remain exist. If the fire of the hunger in stomach of the poor start to ignite, not even a single rich person's palace could exist. And here thousands of people were dying just by seeing them to coming towards the palace. He not waited an order. That is the cruel thing. And this day made the road towards the palace of the Tsar was completely turned in the red blooded. So that day is considered as Bloody Sunday. So now, as by seeing the death of the thousands of Russians, the all Russians were angry. They were in angry. They were in anger, and they provoked. They came out of the houses and started to oppose the Tsardom. Here, the Tsardom came near by the end due to the people's voice was rising. See, this is the incident of 1905, and Russian Revolution happened in 1917. So there is a 12 years difference was there. Another 12 years had to pass. In this period, the another incident occurred. The second incident is Russian army lost against Japanese army in the war 1904 and 1905 years. So within the war, the great Russian army was lost. It was a biggest blow to the image of Russian army in the world, and it created the image of Japanese army in the world. So the people's voice started to rise with unexpected anger. In that situation, the Tsar called Duma. Duma is considered to be Parliament of Russia. It is called to be Legislative Assembly also in Russia. And here Tsar used the cover of Duma to reduce the voice of people. Actually, Duma was called but not attended. four times, not for one. After the defeat in Russia-Japan war, four-time war was called, and all the time it was defeated. Here, the people's satisfaction was over, and people already started to again anger. Now the time come. By this way, the lots of the incidents continue to happen, and now the time come of year 1917. So you understand that it was the turning days. On 8th of the March 1917, the workers who were not satisfied started the strike in city of Petrograd. Tsar again sent his troop, means the army, to restrict these workers. Actually, here we have to understand the reason why the people were in the strike. Unjust laws, unbearable taxes, merciless punishments, suppression of the opposition voice, lots of the reason to create the fire. Here, earlier Tsar has earlier used power of the army, but this time army refused. This is the, I am talking about the 8th March 1917 incident. Army refused to open fire because they had seen that people were not wrong. So in that way, Tsar was having control over the people with the use of the army. But when the army denied to support him, it was the beginning of revolution. So remember the day, 8th March 1917, the revolution began. And Tsar was caught, he was punished. Here, it was end of the Tsardom of more than 100 years regime was came to an end, and the new leader emerged, Kerensky. Here I want to say one thing, that majority people and minority people, two groups were there in Russia, and majority people were not supporting Kerensky. Remember my word, majority people were not supporting Kerensky, they were supporting Lenin, the other leader. And in Russian words, majority means Bolshevik and minority means Menshevik. So, here the Mensheviks got first chance to rule. The leader was Kerensky. So, in topic, you remember Kerensky was minority group's leader. He got chance to rule, and Russia actually happy. But Lenin was not happy. I have already said Lenin was the leader of the Bolsheviks. Lenin was believing that laborers' importance is more than any other. He was believing ideology of the German philosopher Marx. Karl Marx. He was believing German philosopher Karl Marx theory. So here it was a clash of the ideology again, because Mensheviks were supporting and having trust in ideology of the power of the middle class, and Lenin was having trust in the power of the laborers. So in that situation, Lenin created group of the Bolsheviks against Mensheviks, and he instigated all Bolsheviks against against Kerensky and his group Mensheviks. So in that way, in November 1917, the second power change happened. After the first revolution, in March, Kerensky took the control of the nation, but he failed to satisfy the people's will and wishes. And again, in November 1917, Lenin got the chance, and he got the power in the hands. In that way, the November Revolution is considered as socialist Bolshevik revolution, because by this revolution the complete power of the Russia came in hands of Lenin. So you can understand, earlier Tsardom was over. I made a mistake in word that 100 years Tsardom, no, it was a 300 years Tsardom. I apologize for that. Tsardom was over. Earlier the Mensheviks took the control. Then the Bolshevik took the control, and now Russia completely came in hands of Lenin and became the Bolshevik power. It was the completely rule change. No middle class, no monarchy, no upper class, but the poor class started to rule the nation. Here I conclude explanation about Russian Revolution. Right, my friends?